Hello, everybody. This is directions for grade recovery. If you got less than a B on an assignment, particularly why things float, what floats your boat, or physical and chemical properties, then you should pay attention to this. So I'm going to go over why things float first. Where is that in the classroom? Let's go over here to classroom 8. Under classwork on the stream, why things float. There are a total of 2 videos in the document. The first thing you want to do is go over this. Define the words, give an example, can it be measured, and give it an opposite. There are about 10 terms that you'll do that with. Then you're going to want to watch the video. And in the video, it tells you the maths. Stop the video in the middle and measure the height above water. Read the label, record that, and describe how the can sinks or does not sink. Then use a paragraph to describe the entire video. Then you're going to compare and contrast 2 videos. So why things float, those are where the roughly 10 terms go. Here is where your observations will go. There's one left here. Height, can sinks to the bottom slowly. You could read the label by zooming in right here. And that pretty much sums it up. So right here it says there are 26 grams of sugar in that. So that's all you have to do for that part. Now down here it says, what can you find unusual about the cans in the demo? So my demonstration is here. Demonstration with soda cans. That one's floating pretty good. That one's floating pretty good. That one's floating reasonably well. And that one's not floating quite so well. Okay. Now the other one is this one. So that's one example. So you're going to look at this one. Now the cans in this one sink and float. So that's a little different than mine was. Why is that? How are they the same and how are they different? And that will sum up this one. This should take you 20, 30 minutes at most to redo. Okay, now let's go on to the next assignment. Now, what floats your boat, what you want to do here is go back to the classwork, go up to what floats your boat, and the first thing you're going to want to do is open the document. Draw your boat, calculate its volume, paste your data into your document, make a graph by copying the data sheet first, and I'll show you how to do that. Analyze your graph, redesign, draw, and give me reasons for that. So how does that look on your document? So over here we have this. This is the data from your lab. And the best way to do that is you go up here and make a copy. And I name boat data. And okay, so now you've got your document. The next thing you're going to want to do is copy it. Copy the data. I got to do it this way just because I don't want to copy all this information. So we'll go to what floats your boat and paste it in here. Boom. And there it goes in. Next thing you're going to want to do is make a graph, and you do that by doing this. You want that first one to be area on the x-axis. Next one you want to be is height. Next one you want to be is mass. And then you want to get rid of everything else on this graph. Remove. And then the last thing you're going to want to do here is you want to graph it. You'll notice the blues are really tiny. I would probably sort the data at this point, sort range, data, sort it by area. There we go. That's a little bit more organized. Now over here on customize, I'd go to series to get the blue one to be larger, make blue here, put it on the right axis, and boom, you've got it. Now you need to go up here to the name. Oh, let's go back down to the series real quick. Let's throw data points on that just because. All series, put on data labels, boom, we're done. Now, up here, put on a chart axis. You want a title. We'll call it area versus height and mass. Next thing I'd go is horizontal axis, area in centimeters, carried at 2. Vertical axis left would be mass in grams. Right axis will be height in centimeters. And next thing you'd want to do is insert that. Copy chart. And where do you want to enter that would be like right here. And you'd want to put it in as a drawing. Delete, Control V. Unlink it because you don't, if you change the graph, it would change your data. Pick this up. Here's the mass. 2 centimeters, highest mass. Both of the high masses were on 2 centimeters. And save that, call it a day. Now down here, you would just give me 6 statements about the graph. X-axis is area in centimeters squared. Y-axis is mass on the left and height on the right. If you'll notice, as the area gets larger, the masses go up. Then you're going to give me 3 new designs, and then you're going to explain how your data shows that it's a better design. And that's project number 2. Now, let's go back to directions for the next assignment. So you drew the boat, you calculated its volume, you put it on the document, you paste the data into the graph, you make a graph, input it, you analyze the graph, and you redesign and give reasons. Pretty straightforward, 30 points. Now, this one here, physical and chemical changes. You're going to make this, fill in this sheet. You give me vocabulary for physical reactions. You give me the 5 evidence of chemical reactions. There's a video for that. Physical properties. Now, here are the physical properties video. Here is the sheet. If you go to the Google site has the answers to all these questions. This area here, what I wanted you to do is just describe how you use the sense of touch or smell or sight and what it helps you to classify or figure out. Hear, taste. In these, there is a total of 5 that are chemical reactions. All the rest are physical. There are 3 in this column and 2 in this column. Down here, I wanted you to start thinking about the powder vocabulary you need to learn. What's homogeneous and heterogeneous? Can you use words to describe texture? What about grain, size, and shape? Color. What happens if you mix things with water or vinegar or iodine? And those are good things that you want to build those vocabularies up so you have a working vocabulary for Monday when you do the lab, okay? And so you go up here to the Google site. The Google site actually has the answer key under properties of matter. Right there is answer keys for that whole worksheet. And that's all we've got to do.